llegué por, más que todo yo andaba en las calles, me salía de mi casa, tenía bastantes problemas con mi familia, entonces la solución que encontré era como estar en la calle, andar con malas amistades, de que me traían solo problemas, pero para mí era una forma de desahogarme. Pasé como 1 año y medio en las calles hasta que me encontraron y me llevaron al hogar.
Mi mamá cuando yo tenía 9 años, ella me abandonó y no decidió dejarnos y solo quedó mi papá con nosotros. Mi papá se hizo responsable. Entonces, mi papá le gustaba consumir alcohol y por medio de eso, mi papá causaba muchos problemas. Entonces nosotros decidimos, yo y mi hermana, bueno, yo soy gemela con otra, decidimos, lo platicamos y decidimos ir donde la policía.
Mi vida era andar en la calle, drogada, porque estuve con mi madre y no sé, como que no me quería.
The purpose of this project is to create an orphan program that will care and provide services for Salvadoran orphan children. El Salvador has gone through a civil war and is now going through tremendous amounts of gang violence. This has led to homicides and parentless children. Trauma care for the orphan children will be an essential first step to help them through these turbulent times. By giving Salvadoran orphan children a place to live, learn, and play, they will be kept from gangs. MS-13 and Barrio 18, this will give them opportunities in a God-centered environment to get healing and opportunities. El Salvador was at war in the 1980s. This has led to violence, trauma, and very high indices of murder. There is high need for orphan programs in El Salvador. According to a source, 38.5% of all Salvadoran children suffer abandonment in one way or another, whether physically or emotionally. This is an incredibly high number of children. Through this project, we will only address a small portion of the number of children affected. The hope is that the project will grow over time and bring a glimmer of hope to the children's lives it touches. I have chosen to start this orphan care program because I have a unique connection with the orphan population. I was adopted from a dysfunctional family. My mother was in college and my father worked on a cannery boat in Alaska. My biological mother was Swedish. In a letter she left me, she explains the reasons for giving me up for adoption, as she did not want me raised in a fatherless home. To this day, I have difficulty reading that. However, after thinking of this over and over, I've concluded that God allowed all of this to happen. My biological father, whose name is not on the original birth certificate, was Salvadoran. My hope is that this project helps orphan children see hope, opportunity, and through it they may find a prosperous future. I also hope to partner with local churches once this project has started. The first step is finding a shelter that provides a hope for up to 10 children to start off with. The orphanage will seek to provide education for the children as well as after-school activities that can benefit and form them to be able to be self-reliant once they grow up. We will also strive to provide psychological assistance to the children. To start off, lifespan integration and trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy will be used to address any signs of trauma. We will start with a counselor to address the needs of the children, but the goal would be to have university interns practice there to provide assistance while receiving supervision from the main counselor. Currently, the main activities are related to funding and staffing to get the project in motion. I would also like to partner with churches to recruit volunteers. However, some processes need to be figured out beforehand, as in background checks for volunteers. Once a partnership with a local church can be established, we can see how it would fit into a larger program. Iglesia Batista Miramonte is a possibility for partnership. A meeting with the pastor is a necessary first step before the possibilities of this happen. Partnerships with the government will be essential, as there are new laws dealing with the treatment and abuse of children that we'll need to adhere to and will be impacted by. Also, the possibility of being a part of this program would mean that relationships with government officials will be necessary for success. We will monitor the children based on trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy techniques and hope to see improvement based on the children's behavior and sense of hope in the future. Other techniques will be used when found to be productive in the future. It is not possible yet to collect data. As soon as it is, we will be adding it to the project website. I hope that eventually this orphanage can become a sustainable model that others can use in the community to assist with the orphan crisis. I also hope that the psychological programs can be used and seen as beneficial. The ask as of right now is $100,000 for a facility for the children. Here are the sources. Gracias.